Hello and welcome, and this is Tomasz, and today I have two flights planned for you. First is from the farm to something that's called Toland. Looks eerily like Toland, but it's Toland. This is gonna be quite a difficult airfield to find, I believe. The most difficult yet. I'll try to find a Google satellite picture to make sure and to see how it is. And yeah, and the second flight will be from this to field. There is some place there. I will brief that flight afterwards. It's a KPRN. Okay, first of all, I'll just load my flight in. Only one parking spot, so I will use that. Forgot to switch on the real weather. There's a Houston Center online. I don't think that I'm in their jurisdiction yet. So before it loads, this is my route. I will be showing that as I go. I no need to go in detail right now. I will fly at 4,500 feet because the weather, it's like clear skies for several hours now. But if I check the winds, these are the winds at 3,000 feet. Okay, almost. Just switched. What's happening? Where is my aircraft? Okay, okay, it automatically switched. What is this? Okay, never had this happening before. Sorry for that. So, where were we? Yeah, the winds at 3,000 feet are like this, and at 6,000 feet, it's more of a. Well, it's not that difficult now. Maybe, yeah, it's not that bad. When I was checking earlier, these were stronger. But somewhere around between that, so I will use 4,500 as a valid VFR altitude going westbound. The temperature at 4,000 feet should be around 0 degrees Celsius, and we have no visible moisture, so we are clear on that front. Where is my SPAD next? Can't find it. Here it is. All right. So as I said, am I here already somewhere? Probably. Yeah, I'm there. So yeah, I'm nowhere near. So as I said, I now need to find out exactly where that airfield is on the map, and I will use this little nav map to help me out. So if I go to 77 GA, Toland, even here you can see it's like gray. so it will be very difficult to locate. So I will locate this 6A2 field on sky vector. No, not on sky vector. Let's see. Maps, Google.com. Toland field is not here. Nope. So let's go smart about it. Okay. So Orchard Hill, this is the little town or village that I should be able to look up. Yeah, I already did before. Orchard Hill. And the field should be somewhere there. So let's switch layers, and indeed it is here. So this is what I will be expecting to see when I'm coming in. These two are like it seems like water, both of them. Not sure exactly how I'm gonna see it from above. But if you zoom out, you can see that it's not very distinguishable. So if I look at my plan, what I planned for is that I have this lake as my final kind of final user fix, and on this lake I will need to time it and look for this field, and hopefully I'll be able to find it. If not, I'm prepared to fly over this lake and come back, because this distance is very small. It's like, what can it be? 1 mile? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, well, 1.5 or something. If I look at the little nav map, it's this field. So let's measure distance. Yeah, it's like 2 miles. Well, we'll see how that goes. All right, weather-wise, okay, I need to switch the real weather on. For some reason, it's being off. And I'll wait until this picks it up. Maybe now. Not yet. Okay. I set live weather on. Show 3D thermal. What is that? Okay, thermals. No, I don't want to show that. Okay, so winds are virtually non-existent, so I can depart runway 31. I must not forget to resume this jump. I've already loaded or dropped off the previous cargo here, and now I'm on my way to 77 GA, which is Toland in Georgia. All right. We'll check the local altimeter setting from here, 3017. Let's do 3017, someplace there. We'll cross-check with what the field elevation should be. 580 feet. So a little bit more like this. And let's go. Let's start. So first of all, I'll turn on my battery and drop the notch of flaps by 1 degree, turn on beacon and navigation lights, and go outside to check if my navigation lights are functioning. So left one is working. Let's see, the right one is working. Back one is working, and beacon is flashing. And flaps are down. Right? Let's go back inside. Just put those flaps up. Fix this load as always. Services, I will do full tanks from here. Now just enter some more baggage. Very well. Guess I have some heavy. Yeah, this guy again. Okay, let's start the plane up. So, first of all, few selectors to the main position. Alternators go on. Magnetos go on. Mixture full. Throttle slightly open. And let's start those engines. First left one. And right one. Reduce RPM. Engine seems to be running good. Then mixture for taxing. Turn on those avionics. Prepare my navlock. And I will name those user fixes that I have here. So first one is the road. It's gonna be this one. I-20. Then I have three NDB beacons. 1, 2, 3. And still, even though I have those NDB beacons, here I just follow the, well, not exactly follow the road, but I should have some road in my sight all the time. Then here and then again along the road. There, Lake, I don't know if all of this is Lake Oconee, but I will name my user fix like that. Lake Oconee, Jackson Lake. And final fix will be, I don't know, does it have a name? High Falls Lake. So it's a westernmost tip here at the intersection of the road. That's my final fix that I need to time my lake from. So High Falls Lake. Very good. You might have noticed when I was scroll. Okay, no. No, I don't want this. Keep it like this. When I was scrolling, that here I will be coming through this gray circle. And this is TRSA, so Terminal Radar Service Area, if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes it's called as an optional Charlie. The services provided in this area are very much same as in the class Charlie airspace. The only difference is that as a VFR aircraft, I'm not required to participate in this. There will be at least one Class Delta airport inside this, and in this case it's Augusta Regional. And it's kind of a busy area, but it has not yet been reclassified as Charlie or Bravo. Maybe it will be in the future, but not yet. So for now, it's this TRSA. Today we don't have any controller around, so it doesn't make any difference. But if we did, we could optionally participate in this airspace, or in the rules and radar contact and so on. If you do choose to participate in it and contact contact ATC, radio service, from there then on, you are required to adhere to the instructions. All right. So I'll be taking off there and will make my left turn as soon as possible. So it might be that I will actually depart, make a left turn, maybe see it this Baseberg, maybe join here. Doesn't really matter because then here it will be NDB, so I can intercept the course to NDB. Let's figure out the bearing to that course right away for it to be easier. So if I check my nav log, towards the first NDB, the track is 230. Track is 230. Magnetic variation is 7 to the west, so 237 is the course that I should follow. I will immediately set it here. 237. Like so. I didn't want to start the autopilot. Okay, reset all the timers. Good, so that's it. And I believe that I can depart. I said that I will be using runway 31. Should be like this. Runway, well, that very grotesque slide in the beginning that actually put me all the way to the runway. Alrighty. Farm traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, taxiing to runway 31, farm. Parking brake goes off. And I taxi to the right. And I hope that this flight's destination will be the final strip with those very rural characteristics. The second flight should take me to a normal airport. Okay, very quick run up, so mixture's full. 1700 RPM. Let's check those magnetos. Acceptable drop, let's put them back. Wait for it to stabilize. Second pair. Very good. Engine instruments running fine. Check the feathering. Looking good. Put those back up. And let's check idle. Good. I recheck the first heading that I should fly around 200, 203, 202, 203. Let's get to it. Farm traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, taking off runway 31, left, crosswind departure at 45, the farm. I will reduce that altimeter a little bit. Park brake off. Landing lines and strobe lights going on. We should have enough length of the runway today. Okay, starting timer, and here we go. Gear goes up. We are 700 feet AGL, so let's initiate that turn. And we are out of the pattern altitude. So let's continue turning. Farm traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo left the pattern, turning to the southwest, climbing to 4,500 feet. Final call, the farm. Now let's again reduce the power, not to overstress the engines, and lean for a climb. And I need to tune in that NDB in order to get it, so 347. Let's just check there is nothing around. So 347, 3, 7, 4. I'm getting the signal. It should be at 237. And I should see some major road coming. So the original one should take me like 4 minutes or something, not counting the climb. So keep maintaining the power and proper mixture. I can turn off the landing lights because they do provide drag. They are retractable, and fuel pumps can go off. I believe this might be the road. Hard to tell. So currently I'm heading more or less 200. It should be at 237, so that's 37 degrees plus. So that would mean that it's like 10, 20, 30, still not there. Okay, and I just busted my altitude, no problem. It will actually give me an option to accelerate quicker to my final cruising speed. Yeah. Seems to be a little bit windy. Final cruising speed should be 22 inches of manifold pressure and 2300 RPM. Yeah, I believe this is the road that I should follow. In order to be better able to operate these NDBs, I will opt for having an autopilot fly for me at this point. Let's turn it on. Let's put it into the heading mode. And let's descend to our target altitude. So now I'm currently heading 203. So 203 goes in here. And once it points to 237, I know that it's time to make a turn towards it. It's probably already almost there. So I will start the turn and we can correct afterwards. Due to the wind, I believe my heading to fly will be 239er. And I should reset the timer, of course. And now we are set up here on this lag. This airport I see has a beacon and the NDB sits next to it. This is probably the one that I see here. I'm flying quite faster than I should have. Leaning the mixture a little bit. This aircraft seems to be behaving oddly at times. Sometimes flying way faster than what it should have, sometimes flying slower. Don't know what to make out of it. Let's turn on the heating for them because the temperature is above around 0. And let's also turn on pitot heat. The course to maintain when I have passed the NDB will be 241. You can see the NDB is right in front of us. So when I pass it will be 241. And in order to maintain the magnetic track of 241, it says I should be heading 243 because of the wind again. And I'm also really flying quite faster than I wanted to, but I don't really mind that. Let's consider it a plus. Just be there a little bit quicker. So now I'll be watching for the needle to flip. Or start rotating really fast. Yeah, we are basically above, so 243 and resetting the timer, 3 minutes 20 seconds. So 3 minutes 20 seconds should go here. And it just shows that we intercepted that road a little bit later, because I took off this direction, made a turn, and came maybe someplace there. So I am flying 243, so I need to adjust this like so. And I should be seeing the tail of the needle to point to 241. It doesn't. It means that I am two left of the course, so I need to kind of push. Is it push the tail? Pull the head? Yeah, basically the NDB is there behind me to the right. Okay, it's to the right, so I need to pull the tail. So it's a push the head, pull the tail. So I actually need to steer a little bit more to the right to get this needle where it should be. So I elect to do 5 degrees to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once I see this tail pointing to 241, I will go back to 243, and hopefully that will allow me to stay on track. This track is only 20 miles, and I believe it's time to switch to 20 miles, and I should be covering that in 7 minutes and 15 seconds or so. Of course, I calculated my true airspeed to be 169. It's a little bit more. Once I establish here on course, let's calculate that. What's my true airspeed? Alright, that seems legit now, so going back to 243 and the 2241. So in my true airspeed, I make use of the E6B calculator again. I will need to know my pressure altitude. I will get by tuning the altimeter to 29902. So it's around 4,200 or 300. And I will need to know outside air temperature. The gauge shows 0 degrees, but -5, because I need to deduct around 5 degrees at the heat. So these two information, air temperature is -5 and pressure altitude slightly above 4,000. I will align those two like so. And for my given indicated airspeed of 171, around here, you can see that my true airspeed is 178. 178 knots, where according to the performance tables, this should be doing only 169. So I'm slightly faster, to be honest. I've been flying this course for a while. Let's check the NDB. The tail seems to be 240 or 241, so I'm on course. As I said, I should be flying that for 7 minutes and already 4 minutes, so let's tune that other NDB at 385 and navigate according to that. 385. Let's change it. To be absolutely certain we have a correct NDB, let's tune it. I can see that it's correct, or not see, but hear. Right, that's correct. Can go back. And as you can see, we are, maybe we should push the head a little bit there. So maybe we should fly a little bit to the left. So let's just correct like 1, 2, 3 degrees. There's this airport. Let's check which one it might be. We are almost, not this, almost will be Augusta Regional, I believe. No. Yes. If it was, the needle starts to swing really fast, so we are already there. So let's quickly check the next magnetic heading. That's a 283. Let's set up 283, and I will reset timer at 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Two, 8, 1, 2, 3. The 28382 is the direction this should head, or more likely this tail. It's not yet. I need to pull it towards me. So, as always, I will make a 5-degree turn to the right. That was too fast. And when this is back to 282, I will correct again. Nice road just ahead of me. This will be this one. As you can see, I should be flying directly above it, which I seem to be doing. 282. Okay, it's pointing 282. So let's get back to heading 283. And I need to bind this to some hardware controller, so I don't need to do that with my mouse. And I should be flying this for 12 minutes. It's rather long. After 6 minutes, I should be switching to this. So let's prepare the frequency. 3, 4, 1. But we have this um, nice straight road in front of us. We know that we are flying correct course. The weather seems to be like predicted, not a single cloud around. We had some moisture before, it was minor. This flight altogether should take about 1 hour, and the next flight should take a similar amount of time. NDB still seems to be pointing correctly just behind us. We're going slightly left of the road, which according to map, well, I cannot take it very seriously. Just before arriving at this new NTP, you should be seeing this field. Let's verify the altimeter at this field is 3018. Let's confirm that. 3018 indeed. So let's change that. Okay, almost 6 minutes. We are flying a little bit faster, so let's switch. And as always, let's verify that we are receiving a correct NTP. So this is a simple Morse code AA. Yeah, that's confirmed. And we are not flying directly at it. It should be 282. So push the head and turn right 5 degrees. Okay, so magnetic variation. Oh, it's kind of strange that it's only 4 degrees here. It's 6 here, 4 here, and then again 6. There must be some local magnetic variation, kind of, how to put it, irregularity. Let's see what the full chart says, and I need to find those lines. So here is a line that says 7 west. Here is the line that says 6 west. So why is it 4 around here? Let's quickly check these airfield and some of the plates, some of the approach plates. Okay, so it's RNF, it won't have a magnetic variation, of course. So do we have any other approach plate? ILS or VOR that should have this information. Nope. All right. That's interesting. That's really interesting. All right. I guess not. Okay, now I turned right too much. I need to come slightly back. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Sorry for that. We'll do 290. Might also be too close. So I already passed that field that we saw on the map. This one. So it might be too close for a 2 station. Yeah, it's good enough for me. I would need to turn even more right, and I don't see a reason to do that. We are still good in the general area, and we don't need IFR precision. Next heading will be 274. I can already go there. Let's reset the timer at 11 minutes. So 274, 272 true course. Or I just stop doing that. We will follow the road to this lake Oconee. I will do like 280. And wait, if I can put it to 274 here. Right, the tail of the needle slowly progresses to 0.2274. When it's there. Oh, I actually wanted to on 272, not 274, so it might already be there, yes. So let's go to 274 on my heading. As a reference, is a highway. And soon, well, not soon, but soonish, we should start seeing this lake, branch lake, I would call it. Let's also verify how are we with the controllers in the area. So nothing. Ah, we disconnected the autopilot by mistake. Better get familiar with the area. So I will be coming from this direction. And what I need to look for are some random bodies of water. It's gonna be interesting. Believe that for this airport, if I'm able to spot the runway and I'm coming straight in, I will just land, not to do any maneuvers that would get me lost. Okay, in front of us we can see that Oconee Lake. This one. This is the branch that I'm not interested in, and this is the branch that when I will be crossing just left or just south of this road, seem to be heading correctly for it. This is my next user fix. Let's check that the tail of the needle still points roughly at 272, which it does. And therefore we are on track. As you might have noticed, I'm not using any moving map or GPS, purely sectionals, timing, landmarks, and occasionally, like in this flight, the radio navigates. Let's also start figuring out the weather at the destination, because we are already 2/3 into the flight almost. So I will use this. It's very close. I will use this key K or kilo 6 alpha 2. The winds are from 360 true direction. The magnetic variation in this area is, I believe it was around 6 degrees. Yeah, 6 degrees. Oh. And in that case, well, it's roughly the same. If I pull up the 77 GA, the runway is 13 and 31, so I will be using 31. That's the one from the direction I'm coming from. So it will be pointing like somewhere there, or 31, 268, 31. It's kind of strange. Okay, so my lateral nav map says that the runway is 29er. I guess that for these as you can see, it's not even here on the section. You need to switch to terminal area chart or terminal arrival chart to actually see that airport. It's just horrendous. So yeah, I will use what my little nav map says to me, because that's how it will be depicted in this simulator. So it's gonna be runway 29er for me. Now let's focus on crossing this. Finally, some landmarks that could be seen from the air. Also, after I cross this, I will prepare the final leg, because I don't want to use those times and those speeds. I want to be slowed down to a good speed and maintain that speed in order, and lower at altitude, in order to be able to better look for the field. So road is to the right. Here I'm crossing. this one. Here I'm crossing. Maybe I should have been a little bit like half a mile offset to the right. It doesn't matter. Next heading 257. 257 and reset the timer at 11:45. Okay, let's determine our true ground speed. It's definitely not 159er. So we know the distance, we know the time it took us. So let's go here. So the time was 11:95, which will be here, and distance was 33.6. So let's just move it. 33.6 is somewhere around here, and time 11:95. 75, sorry. It's like this, and our ground speed therefore was 171. Oh, quite faster. Okay, in any case, the last leg is 8 miles altogether, 8.3. Let's do that separate line here. 8.3 miles. The speed I would like to fly that at, like true airspeed, is 120. I will I don't know what winds will be at 120, but since this is a TOD and the descent is also like this, I will count with this direction. So let's switch to wind side. If the wind is from 309er, I will put the wind at 309er. From the central point, I need to mark 15 knots, which is here. Then I need to rotate that to my intended track of 262. And finally align that red dot with my true airspeed that I want to have. Like so. So that shows me that my ground speed will be 109er. 109er. And my wind correction angle will be 5 degrees to the right. That's here, +5. That means that my magnetic heading will be 262 +5 +6, so 273. 273, and now I need my time. So again, I need to switch back to slide rule side. My ground speed is 109er there. So let's align this rate arrow with 109er. 109er. The distance is 8.3 nautical miles, which is there, and time will be 4.5 minutes and something. So let's say 4.5 minutes compared to 3.5 at those higher speeds. Okay, this leg is flown for 11 minutes. I'm 4 minutes into that 11 minutes. I'm a little bit faster, so it's gonna be a little bit lower time. And we could see from the previous logs that the lower time is about maybe 10% or something like that. So 10% down, I expect something around 10 minutes. And it should be quite visible. It's the southern tip of Jackson Lake. Let's see if it's already on the terminal area chart. We'll switch to it. There should be some substation. Maybe there's a dam constructed here. Looks like it. We'll see. There's a military visual road in here. Again, no ATC to ask if it's active or not. This might be that tip, heading straight for it. Yeah. And we are like in the middle, so if I look back, is it possible to look back? Yeah, there might be this lake. Seems equal distance. Looks good. From there on, it's just 13 miles, so I will start my descent. I want to be, it's at 800 feet, so I want to be at 2000 feet by the time I reach here, and I want to be at that 120 airspeed. I will make a slight correction in my heading to actually fly over that southernmost point of that lake. I'll already pre-select my altitude until I arm that altitude. It will not start descending. I will just turn on the GPS to check on the wind, because it seems bumpy. Yeah, again it's gusting. It seems that at these times, or during these times, I'm not able to get stable wind. It's always gusting. Okay, next magnetic heading will be 242. And do we have a dam there or not? Oh, it doesn't look like it. I also don't see any substation, maybe because of the trees. Okay, let's start that descent. So arm and vertical speed. Pull back on the power. I don't want to accelerate too much. I will turn on my fuel pumps. And now let's turn to 242 and reset that timer at 10 minutes 15 seconds. I expected 10 minutes. It was like that. Now only 5 minutes on this part. This might be it. Let's pull that power more. Accelerating too much. What is that? Looks like some nuclear power plant. Let's check the sectional. So it's on my yeah, it will be on my left wing almost. So there. Okay, yeah, it is a power plant. It's this one. Nicely visible. Good landmark. Oh, I did not reset my timer. It did not reset correct. So it had 11 minutes, so 1 minute less for this lag. But I strongly believe it is this body of water. Looks like it. So when I hit the road, I need to turn on 273 and time 4.5 minutes to be able to see the field. Let's start slowing down a little bit more. Let's check what's the current altimeter. 3022. Enrich a mixture a little bit. I'm at lower altitude right now. .500 feet to go. Let's switch on the landing lights. I will let the aircraft decelerate to 120. At this altitude, my true airspeed and the indicated airspeed are almost the same. So for all intents and purposes, it is the same. True airspeed might be like 2 knots higher or something like that. Also already increase RPM, so I don't need to fiddle with those controls close to landing. And let's maintain the speed. All right. It's the point where I should be turning to 273, so let's do that. And when I cross this road, I will start my timer. Make sure that I don't fly that fast. Now, so 4.5 minutes. Let's quickly re-evaluate. So, we are... Where is that lake? Huh. There. There we are. Are we? Yeah, I believe there we are. Yeah. So we are coming here. And I lost myself. Again, Orchard Hill. Where are you? There. So we'll be actually coming from top. And here is the runway. Well, it's gonna be interesting. I will set this to the official runway is 31, but it will be like 29er on this. And let's start looking. And let's make our call. Toland traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo 6 miles to the east for straight in runway 31. Toland. This looks eerily like a runway, but should not be. There's nothing else. And it's too soon. Plus, it's gonna have this texture like nothing. So road, maybe this water might help me. So I need to. There is bigger water if it will be visible, and some small runs next to which it is. I'm flying too slow. So it's gonna take me more than 4.5 minutes. There's probably some water. I raised my power just a tiny little bit, and it just increases by 20 knots. It's strange. Maybe this is it. If it is, yeah, okay. Let's disconnect the autopilot and head for it. Flaps 1, or flaps 15 rather. And landing gear. It looks like that is it. If not, I'll just make a go around. So let's trim that airplane. Toland traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, final runway 31, Toland. Second notch of flaps. Yeah, there's this road. Yeah, I think we are at the correct place. This doesn't register as water, which it probably should. Or maybe it does. Well, anyway, mixtures, flaps up. Let's just investigate for the curiosity of it. Landing lights can go off. Is this water or is it not? Or is it just some weird version of grass? I think it's just some weird version of grass. Parking brake goes on. And let's see if I can deliver the stuff. Yes, so deliver copper kitchen accessories and load surgical veterinary equipment. And then let's check the final road. This seemed to be done, so I should head there. Okay, weather was already checked. And you know what? Let me just pause a little bit. I'll be back in 2 minutes. And I'm back. I just realized I had my, probably just heard my voice but nothing else. I muted the stream by mistake in the beginning and forgot to turn it back on. Many apologies for that. Hopefully now you will hear it correctly. So, considering that the aircraft performance will stay the same as it as it was before, I calculated my true airspeed to be like 178. So I will just generate the navlog using those values. What did I do? 178. Generate the navlog. Again, make a screenshot. Put it here. Remove unnecessary information, like so. And name my user fixes. So first user fix is this little lake. I will call it like Flint River Lake. I don't know how else to call it. Flint River Lake. Then the next one is there. I was not able to find what kind of river that is, so Lake Harding. Next one, Opelika. Interesting name. Then we have, okay, I must have missed some waypoint. Okay, I missed this one, Pine Mountain. Pine Mountain. Then we have a VOR. Then we have Montgomery. And then we have our destination. Again, another TRSA. I already talked about it in the beginning, so I'm not gonna repeat myself very much. Just will say that this is optional, or this is sometimes called as an optional class Charlie. You as a VFR pilot are it's at your discretion or at your will if you will participate in it or not and treat it like class Charlie. If you decide that yes you will, then you need to adhere to ATC from that point on. Alright, let's check the final airport. Crenshaw Memorial Airport. What kind of runways it has? 14 and 32. Good. Good. And elevation of 450 feet. Great. Okay, without further ado, let's start flying. Reset all my timers. Took us almost an hour to get here. Toland traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, taxiing to runway 31, Toland. And we're gonna go back to the runway we landed at. Just There are some trees in the end of the runway. At the end of the runway, I will do a short fuel takeoff this time. So with flaps. I've put my landing lights already on, so I don't forget. Fuel pumps are still on. Haha. Hello, Nick. Or is it? US Air Force. Let's check you out. Is it Klaus or is it Nick? Let's find out. Oh, it's a new arrival. Oh, it's not here on the map yet. It's Klaus. So if you're watching me, Klaus, say hello. Yeah, so yeah, hello, Klaus. Sorry for mistaking you in the beginning. Yeah, I can give you some. I can show you when I'm up and on some longer length leg that how it looks like in the modal matching magic. What I've put there. Anyway, it's time for me to depart. Toland traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, taking off runway 31, straight up departure. Toland. So flaps down. Verify what's my initial heading 246 and how it's gonna look like here. So it's gonna be left turn after a while, and I will try to aim for this lake. It's not too far away. So full props. Right, landing lights are on. Okay, something's... Oh, autopilot is on for some reason. That's why I couldn't trim. Again, let's up those altitude. Alright. So 246. And let's start the timer and let's go. And release the brakes. Gear up, flaps up. Climbing. This time I can make some buttons sooner. You should keep them very high. I settings on the minimum necessary if they take off. Okay, can turn. Toland traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, clear the pattern, turning to the west, coming Toland. Landing lights off. They produce unnecessary drag. And fuel pumps can go off as well. At 2000 feet I can already lean my mixture a little bit. And I'm again climbing to 4,500 feet. This should be that first lake. Okay, 4,500. Let's start accelerating and trimming the aircraft. Once I'm past 160 knots, I will also reduce power to 22 inches of manifold pressure and 2300 RPM. Okay, start reducing the power. First 22 inches and 2300 RPM. And lean. Oh, it was pretty much leaned already. So like so. We'll see if we get the same performance as we did before, or if it's just random, so to speak. So I'll turn on the autopilot, put it in the heading mode. Don't climb. Descend. Let's see what performance we get this time. The power settings are almost exactly the same as last time. Leaning. Yeah. I'll switch to auxiliary pumps, auxiliary tanks. And verify where exactly my reporting point was at this, like, okay, at the northern tip, so around here. Doesn't really matter that much. So, and then we'll be flying 250. It's funny. Seems like a left turn, but I will be actually turning right. Might be due to the wind corrections and different speeds. So I can turn 250 already. Seven minutes, that more or less, yeah, that's 7 minutes altogether. Okay, let's reset it now. 7 minutes, 20 seconds. Let's put it here. Perfect. Now another 7 minutes to get to Pine Mountain. Let's look it up. Pine Mountain. It's some kind of town with an airport, so the beacon should be visible. And approximately in the middle, we should cross another airport, and I should already see that probably, at least the beacon of it. Nope, cannot see it right now. Okay, Klaus, do you still want to see that modal matching? Okay, good. So let me find that. So I have this modal matching magic packages. So what I do is I scan, and it will take some time because I have a lot of models. So let's just bear with me. Okay, let's check that out. What it shows to me. I believe that that's normal. I just continue. So I will list by aircraft type, and let's locate the C. Okay, so C310 is not here. Let's see. Could it be that it's no longer picking that type? Okay, let's do airline ICAO because... To be honest, it doesn't list that either for me right now. It was definitely picking up before that. I don't know why it doesn't do that now, so we might be at a similar problem. But in that case, I'll just close this. I'll open that VMR file that it generated, this one, and let's just look for it. C310. Oh, it cannot find it there. Okay, down. There. Okay, again. There it is. Can I just make it larger? You can see those lines. It's too huge a file. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just send you this via Discord. And you can enter it manually into your VMR file. And you might not have all the kind of liveries, so just make sure that what you have and what not. Yeah, before it was picking up just fine. I don't have the latest version of that software because I didn't need to update it for several months, basically. Okay, 5 minutes and 30 seconds. It should take us 7 minutes, so I believe this will be the field. And the reporting point is slightly before that, Pine Mountain Town. Again, the level of trees, or the amount of trees, is staggering. So it might be that. Let's see if we can see any kind of... Yeah, there are some water bodies of water. So the town is here. This is the town. This is my reporting point. Not very distinctive, I would say, but we could locate it, and that's good enough. From there, we'll be flying basically the same heading, just 1 degree to the right. So let's wait until we are above. Well, not above, we should have been a little bit to the right. But let's wait until we are perpendicular. Okay, it's just heading by 1 degree. Reset the timer, 7 minutes, 20 seconds. Again. Now 5 minutes to Lake Harding. This will be this one, I guess. Yeah, this is oddly shaped one. You can see it here. You can see it's very... we are basically here, and we can already see that it's like 7 miles out. And then we have this meander, so to speak. Now what? Let me go a little bit more right to kind of align myself better with my plotted course here. Yeah, I better not generate a new VMR file. Yeah, alright. So, yeah, try to put it into your VMR, and maybe you can load yourself at my destination and see if that if that helps. I should be arriving there in roughly 40 minutes. If you want to stick that long, that is. It's up to you, of course. So now I'm right of that oddly shaped lake, but not by much. And this is that bend in the river that I should be flying left of or south of. Okay, let's go back to 251. Yeah, fair enough. Close. I basically don't need to twiddle with that VMR anymore. I started to use that new FSLTL, FS Live Traffic liveries as well, in addition to the one that I before downloaded painstakingly with AIG Manager. And if ever I need to update a single GA livery or something like that, I will just generate the similar line that I have for Cessna. The only thing that I need to take care of is that I have the proper name for those liveries. I don't know where to take them, maybe from the file structure of that mod. We'll see. At this point, it's not important to me. All right, we're coming up on this. Our next heading will be 249er. Yeah, it might be good enough to remove AIG. I keep them there since still because I don't struggle for space at this point yet. Okay, reset the timer at, let's do it at 5 minutes. Let's mark it down. Oh, exactly 5 minutes, nice. Good. Next is Opelika. Let me quickly check what Opelika stands for. Okay, town and a crossroad. Or, yeah, crossroad. Yeah, I have like 1 terabyte this SSD new generation something drive. So, and I still have like 350 gigs free on it. I don't want to go under 200 gigs free on SSD drive, but that still gives me some options. Ultimately, I might just remove some of those AAG modules if I find out that it's necessary for some other stuff. actually 53 minutes is the overall flight time, so from now on, half an hour. Oh, good, nice. Nice that you got it working. So 4 minutes and 45 seconds. And the lay of the land. Yeah. I have this branch of this lake here. I just passed it. Might be around there. There is a power lines. Not sure if I will be able to see them. Yeah, this will probably be that power line. It cuts across from the yeah, that's the power line, and it should continue there. Yeah, this is it. So we just crossed that power line. There should be a small, maybe small road and a bigger road. Like we should be coming in the middle of them. So let's find converging roads. There may be. Still have like 1 minute and something to fly, which should be around there probably. Yeah, it's weird, but to be honest, I really did the scan lastly maybe half a year ago. So there are several new versions of simulators still that from there on. Might be that it's working kind of differently right now. Don't know. Alright, so is this the crossroad that I've been looking for, or is it not? Seems like it might be. The reason it seems like that is exactly. It's 7.6. Just one to let's check how it should look like. Is air and towards the VR. We can start. Take a go. Look like we're to that. Of course, the towards that view in our spot. So 244, and it says 247. So we are slightly off. We should. Set somewhere in the setting to ignore those messages always by default. I don't want to see them. We're closer to the VOR now, so the needle will get quite sensitive very soon. After the VOR, it's gonna be following the road all the way to Montgomery and that TRSA, sorry, terminal radio service area. Maybe this will be upgraded to Charlie soon, but it's not yet. Okay, I'm getting farther, so a little bit more wind correction there. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. I noticed dropped frames. I don't think that it's my computer doing it. I believe that my provider really sucks in this. I have paid for 20 megabits of upload. I'm using like 6 megabits per upload, sometimes spiking to 8. But if I'm watching that and I catch those problems, I can see that the upload basically drops to 2 megabits. Now it dropped to 3.5 megabits, and again it's dropping frames. Yeah, it's not fun. Not for me. Not for the viewers. Sparse is there, maybe, of course. Alright, I'm very close to the VOR now, so it doesn't make any sense to try to track that. This is the airport the VOR sits close to, and if I check the chart, it sits to the right of that airport, someplace there probably. Let's check the outside view if you can see it. No, I'm not able to readily spot it, but I passed it. The flag changed, so let's fly 256. And timer, 7 minutes. So let's fly 256. Let's try to make it back on course. 7 minutes. Let's do it easy way around right now. Actually, I want to capture not 256, but the variation is -2 in here. Oh my god. Is that a mistake? Is it or is it not? +5, +4, -2 here. Doesn't seem right, to be honest. Maybe there's some... No, I don't see any warning. I don't think it's correct. So let's not fly 256, but maybe like 262. Yeah. Let's fly 258 out of the VOR. Not this. So if I tune the course to 258, doesn't seem to be correct. It's crazy. If it was correct, then I would need to tune 252. Let's try that. Maybe it is correct. Very strange. So let's do that and let's switch the nav mode on. Let's take an easy way out this time. 11 minutes all the way to Montgomery. It's time to check the destination weather. Okay, the meter is 20 minutes old. Oh, winds are 340, so 345, maybe that doesn't matter. 12 knots, gusting 16. Luckily there is a runway 32, so it will be mostly aligned with this runway 322 magnetic. So I'm gonna use runway 32. If I check my destination layout, 32 parking seems to be there, so that's good for me. Land and turn left. Runway is pretty long, something I'm not accustomed to from the latest flying. Airport remarks, service charge, okay, AGL. TPA, traffic pattern altitude 1000. AGL for category A and B, that's me, category B. And 1500 AGL category C aircraft. I believe that's pretty normal. I don't know why they have it in the remarks. Very strange. I don't know if I will be able to spot this, but there are some stacks at 1000 feet MSL. Might be some towers, might be some chimneys, might be whatever. So let's time it. I said it's gonna take 11 minutes. And now we are flying. Okay, what heading we are flying? We are flying 263 heading on a course 252. I should be flying 256. Wind should be 15 knots. Let's check. What are the winds? 15 knots. So I think that this really doesn't align. And possibly I might be flying the wrong course. Luckily, we should be following this I-85 anyway. And I strongly believe it's this one. So we should be good enough, I think. Yeah, that is that issue. Are you running the latest version of that aircraft? Because if yes, then and they reported that this issue should be fixed already, then it would indicate obviously it is not. But you have the other problems with the fuse as well, so might be connected. Okay, let's check if I can see that this body of water on the I cannot. Quite a huge intersection. Might be this one. Let's see. If it would be this one, it would be in the middle. My time should be 11 minutes. I'm doing 7. I should already be past that. But again, it just might be it. Let's try to watch for more. Oh, congratulations on the fuse. Or circuit breaker, to be more specific. Alright, so if it was that one, that we should continue. There should be 2 roads running parallel. Do we see that? We do not. Okay, what other intersection could it be? This one is not oriented correctly, so probably not. Well, I will tune that VOTAC here, in any case, to have some DME readout. 14 miles. Mike Golf Mike. Yeah, Montgomery VOTAC. This looks like a urban area. And if nothing else, I hope I will be able to spot this Maxwell Airport. Either Montgomery Regional or Maxwell are very close to each other. Okay, let's pinpoint our location. And let's switch to heading mode, of course, because I just thought that we are. So we are now on 21, coming up to 215 radial out of that VOR. Let's quickly check. 215 radial, the reciprocal is, okay, to count 180, so it's nothing, 35, if I'm not mistaken. So this is the north, 10, 20, the north, 10, 20, 30, yeah. Okay, I'm someplace totally different than I should be, I believe. Because at this point I should be nautical miles from that VOR. Okay, I am. Already that time is almost up. I managed to get slightly lost. Very good. I guess I was put off by that. There's some airport. Put off by that strange. There's also some. Might I be at the correct place after all? Well, put off by that strange magnetic variation stuff. Well, maybe I am at the correct place. Those 2 airports. Oh, very good. So let's just turn to Montgomery. Let's just turn to 218. Let's reset the timer at 11.5. Do I see some ice tanks someplace around? Nope. There is a road. Let's check. Yeah, I might be a little closer, so this will be that road. I-65. Yeah, I believe I'm at the correct place after all. So now we have 24 miles to fly. The airport is at 500 feet, more or less, so that's 3,000 feet to lose before hitting the pattern altitude. I will be landing there, runway, was it 31? 32. Runway 32. It has a left-hand traffic, so like this. So I will either overfly the field at pattern altitude and join directly to the downwind, which I might do because there is nobody around, or I'll overfly the field at pattern altitude plus 500, continue straight, make a right teardrop, and enter the left downwind. Let's check the controllers. It's untowered airport, but I want to know where am I in relation to this Houston. Okay, I have a company. Yeah, I will not be clipping that airspace. There you are. Nice. It looks like from the map view you're going direct. Yeah, I see you. I see you as well. Black border. It's actually dark gray, and I've described that in the beginning of this stream, so you can check it out. But it's something called TRSA. It's like a terminal radio service area, if I got the abbreviation right. And it's basically, there must be a class at least one, and it's like an optional Charlie airspace. So it has almost identical services to class Charlie airspace, but you as a VFR pilot, it's purely up to you if you want to call that service and be a part of that airspace, or you just don't. You still need to observe the deltas. If you want to fly into them, then of course you need to contact the towers. But this gray is like an optional Charlie. So for you, if you want, and you want to have a better traffic separation and everything like that, you will contact the ATC, and by that you, from that point, you need to adhere to what they are saying. But you can also completely ignore that and just maintain visual separation by yourself, which is your kind of requirement, or which you need to do anyway. Because even if you are in class Charlie, you still need to maintain your own separation. It's good that you have a TCAS in your Cessna 310. I don't have that. I just have a traffic monitor, not the TCAS. But well done. Good for you. Okay, 5 minutes has gone by. I should have started descending some time ago, I believe. So let's just go down a bit. Maybe a little bit faster than normal. And of course, fuel pumps on, switch back to the main tanks. So altogether it's 35 miles, 33 miles. And time is 8 plus 3, maybe 11 minutes, give or take, maybe 12. And I've already flown 6, so I'm at the half point, so maybe 17 miles. This is the road, the airport is on the left side of that road. Or to speak more like in pilot, on the east side of that road. I also have PMS 50. It doesn't have TCAS though. TCAS is very specific, you know, it has also those advisories, alerts, and so on. Yeah, I have the paid version. And if you are like confused by why I have this here, it's for me not to be able to look at the map and get my bearings from there. So I just keep the autopilot here, and it at least tells me what altimeter I have set, heading and course. That helps a lot because sometimes it doesn't align here. You can see course, it says 197. If I look here, it's maybe 197, maybe 198. Sometimes it doesn't align completely. Okay, let's say that maybe I'm 10 miles. I'll make my call. And of course I forgot how the field is called. Crenshaw. Okay, that's horrible. Let's see how they call it. Okay, yeah, Crenshaw. Crenshaw Memorial traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, about 10 miles to the north at 2,000 feet, joining left downwind runway 32. Crenshaw. Is it Crenshaw or is it... yeah, Crenshaw. Okay. Strange. Okay, let's keep on the left side. Because otherwise I won't be able to spot the field. I will configure this to 322, which is the runway direction. But the engine is still running, right? Yeah, that's that's the problem that they have. Until you shut it down. When you shut it down, you won't be able to restart it until you repaired it. Yeah. I seriously hope it doesn't start on me again when it fails, because it's just so unrealistic. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm losing my contact with the road. Okay, there's the beacon. That should be the field. Let's just disconnect the autopilot. Landing lights on. Yeah, it seems to be the field. Good. So I will descend to 1,500, which is the pattern altitude. Mixture full. Props not full. 2500 is enough. Should be crossing midfield. And let's slow down or slow up, whatever is the correct English term. And let's trim that aircraft. Okay, fuel selectors are on mains, fuel pumps are on. Mac Crenshaw traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, crossing the field at midfield at 1,500 feet from east to west. We'll be joining left downwind of runway 32, Mac Crenshaw. Okay, let's add power to keep my altitude.
Mac Crenshaw traffic, Transcesna Oscar Yankee Mike Oscar. It's 8 miles northeast of the airport for landing on runway 32, Mac Crenshaw.
Okay, nobody in the traffic pattern, I don't see anybody. Oh, suddenly started rising, climbing. Mac Crenshaw traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, joining left to downwind runway 32, Mac Crenshaw. Okay, let's make a sharper turn. There it is, gear can go down. Three greens. Let's start descending very slowly. Mac Crenshaw traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, turning left base, runway 32, Mac Crenshaw. There it is. Flaps 35. Oh, I even didn't have flaps 15. So now flaps 35. Mac Crenshaw traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo, turning final, runway 32, full stop landing, Mac Crenshaw. Okay, just watching airspeed, purely visual right now. Well, as in the whole flight, of course. I have a good airspeed, so all corrections made by the throttles. Just maintain that airspeed. Concrete runway, hard runway, what a wonder.
Mac Crenshaw traffic, Oscar Yankee Charlie Oscar is crossing midfield at 2,000 feet from east to west, Mac Crenshaw.
Wind is... okay, suddenly it starts dropping. Wind seemed to be going from the right. So left rudder. Butter smooth landing. Okay, flaps gonna go up. Didn't have to apply any brakes as of yet. Just exit here. Landing lights off. Strobes off. Crenshaw traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo. Runway 32 is vacated, exiting to parking. Crenshaw. Okay, let's park so we can watch the runway for my colleague to land there. Let's go like that so I can see the runway.
Crenshaw traffic, Oscar Yankee Thomas Oscar is joining left downwind for runway 32, Crenshaw.
Right, let's deliver these final points. And hopefully, I know that I won't pick up next version of this anytime soon, because these very rural runways, it was fun to look for them, but sometimes not. Yeah, karma. Good. Completed contract. All right. What is this? Fly rubber duck shit out of. Okay. Don't know what that is. Don't care. Right, I wait for my colleague to land. There he is.
Crenshaw traffic, Oscar Yankee Thomas Oscar is left base for 32, Crenshaw.
And if you're joining the downwind directly, not by the teardrop, then it's just 1,000 feet above ground. You already should be at pattern altitude. Because you need to be able to see, the downwind. So if you look left and right, you need to be at the same level. With the other traffic to see them.
Crenshaw traffic, Oscar Yankee Thomas Oscar is on final for runway 32, Crenshaw.
How far I can zoom from here? Not much. Lost sight of him. Oh, suddenly there he is. Good enough landing. Okay, time to turn the aircraft off. So, heating, you don't need heating anymore. Fuel pumps can go off. Not fuel pumps, mixtures. Now fuel pumps, magnetos and alternators. Now I will turn off the fuel supply. And nav lights, beacon and pitot heat goes off as well. And lastly, the battery. Let's check on that dirtiness level. Is it? No, it's not at the end yet. Still a few millimeters to go. Alright, thanks for watching. Okay, here's one more comment for the P1. Was reading about side slip and forward slip today. I was gonna practice that with crosswind tonight, but I guess I'll do that tomorrow instead. Yep. Do that anytime you need, and if you sorry, if you need to pass a P1 first, I would also recommend you to practice that in aircraft that you will be flying your check ride in, just to get the practice in it. Exactly. Before I did my check rides for P1 and P2, I flew 150 Cessna 152 exclusively to anything else, and practice many circuits and maneuvers in it. By the end of it, I knew exactly what power settings and what control settings will give me what speed at what altitude. So I could just, I knew that on downwind I should be at, I don't know, 2000 to 200 RPM. At on base it should be like maybe 1800. Those figures I just shoot right now, but at that point I just had that in my heart. Can't repair your cylinders. You need to shut down the aircraft completely, including the battery and everything. Then you should be able to go to status and first do inspect. If it's working at the bottom, just wait, because it takes time. Sometimes it may be working for 2-3 minutes. It's to discourage, people from fixing it every time. And if it doesn't work, I believe you can kind of cheat and go into your maybe state saving file and maybe fix it there. Have a lot of yellow stuff. I'm hoping that some of these will fail eventually. Also thinking about putting this to occasionally to get more failures, to keep it more interesting. But for now I'll just keep it there. Yeah, I had that issue before, and I strongly believe it eventually got fixed. I also start clicking on, these icons and so on. Yeah, rarely it might be, the real setting, because in real, I believe that a lot of pilots of a few hundred hours actually never experience, engine failure or something like that. It's very rare. in these times. But for simmer and you want to keep that interesting, you don't need to fear for your life, then sure. Yeah, that's a good approach as well. Well, in any case, I'm ending the stream right now. So again, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye.